Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Time for some letters. Sunny Girl. Sunny Girl says, only Morgan can decide when she's ready for help. Till then, it'll just be whatever happens will happen. I wish her the very best. Yeah, we got a lot of comments about Morgan since we did talk about her this morning. She did a couple live streams last night, good chunk of the night doing live streams. She did apparently, according to my Camo army that watched some of the videos, some of her many hours worth of videos last night, her live streams, she did mention that she wants to go to Alaska. Good luck with that. The border's still kind of, yeah, I guess you could take a boat up there from like Seattle up to Alaska, but if you're trying to drive through Canada, still a bit problematic for that. Coastal Kev says she calls her Bronco Betty. She said, Coastal Kev says we're seeing too many interiors of cheap motel rooms on Bronco Betty's videos. Carol's Adventure says she's hard to watch now. She's just a lost soul. So we'll leave that word out there. Again, Holly Beth was saying this. We want to shout out to Holly Beth. I talked to Holly Beth on the phone today. She has a good relative friend, a relative who's in the hospital, and we're send all our good vibes out to Kansas to Holly Beth on the recovery of her special someone. Let's just call it that. Holly Beth says sounds like Morgan, is airing her issues on the air. We do see a lot of nomads that, they feel like, I guess they're using YouTube as therapy, right? They're talking, rather than, paying whatever expert they could get, they do it on YouTube, and, it's drama, and, people feel sympathy and throw a few bucks at you. I don't know, man. Tazmod said, I wonder if I did a video of me walking around topless or scantily dressed, YouTube would block me. Ha ha. I took off my shirt once in a YouTube video. I didn't get blocked, but a lot of people just left the live chat. Oh, and then I went from like 72 people watching to 48. And then, don't do that again. Well, Dixon, Morgan uses these live streams as some sort of therapy, it seems. She talks of her problems and trials and tribulations and gets mostly positive feedback from the audience, right? She's living her life, doing her thing, more power to her. I hope she finds what she's looking for. She can sign on to YouTube 24/7 and have 800 plus people sending her money and giving her praise. I'm sure most of us wish we had this opportunity. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's a cyclical thing. It's like a cycle. She doesn't seem to be breaking the cycle. She just goes around the same cycle, circle, cycle, whatever. She needs to break out of that cycle, around and around and up and down and up and down. And she can't break out of that cycle and actually make any significant changes to her life. Even getting rid of the Bronco, it's a cycle. She's really she's in a cycle. She's stuck. It's like Star Trek. She's, in the temporal loop and they can't get out. And she's just repeating the same thing again and again and again. Lee says, I sound angry and frustrated. You have cabin fever, time to get out, travel or something. Your life doesn't depend on it. Buy a van. I don't know if I want to buy a van. It's hot. It's sticky. I like going out hiking, but I can't do my best hiking when it's hot and sticky. So what do I want to do? Buy a van and go live out in a hot, sticky, miserable, be that way all the time? No, I'm happy when I come inside and get air conditioning. No, I want to go live out in a hot, sticky van. No. Lee Petal, Morgan is just on a merry-go-round. Same old issues, different day. Throw her a box of tissues. Yeah, that's the cycle. And we see a lot of nomads in that cycle. It's not just Morgan. They're, as we say, circling Arizona. Certain nomads that used to travel the country are just circling the same 5 or 6 places over and over again with a little bolt over here into New Mexico, and then they go back to Arizona. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, and it's life, people get stuck in cycles, and they're hard to break out of. Ryan says Morgan is in Memphis. Okay, that's where she's been, in the Memphis area there in western Tennessee. And she said she wants to go to Alaska. She said she was almost begging Dave 2D to kind of invite her up to his place. Yeah, I don't know. She does seem to have a thing for Dave 2D up there. I don't know. You know, in Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Michigan will certainly be cooler up there. I think that would be very interesting. Goin' Fishin' Productions. Oh, AKA Trip and Tracy. While I believe Morgan's issues are real, it appears to me that she exaggerates them for money, and it bothers me, says Trip and Tracy. Trip and Tracy says she's had some issues in her life, but she's been able to break the cycle, you know, and that's what you got to do, you know. I don't know, man. John Sweet says Montana Dana in her latest video admits that she has not done van life for the last month and is vlogging and it's wearing her out like she's working 24/7. She needs more time away from work. Yeah. Well, it is nice to see somebody actually admitting that they're not actually living in their van or doing traveling and stuff. We do think we see a lot of nomads that pretend they live in their cars, pretend they live in their vehicles, pretend they're really nomadic and really aren't. And their acts are wearing thin these days, you know. TB says she fell asleep while watching Morgan last night and woke up this morning and Morgan was still going. Yeah. A number of people have said that I have a single hair on the top of my head that often stands up when the light, I don't know. I do try to shave the top of my head, but there's like one hair that will resist being cut. 17B says Morgan's spiral has become quite sad. Wherever you go, there you are. That is the truth. You know, I do think a lot of nomads try to travel thinking that a change of scenery will help them, right? But as Cheap Harvey Living Bob said, you're taking this with you wherever you go. And your problems are all up here. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you go, there you are. Morgan is far from the only person to experience these kind of problems. But she does it in a great dramatic way, doesn't she? And she's made a successful YouTube channel out of that. So more power to her. Betty Smith says, oh Lord, if you have it, flaunt it. Yeah, that's what she's always said. Use it while you still have it. Believe me, it does go away. Okay. Good advice from Morgan.